What up, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Smoke.
What's
I'm your
happening?
brother Jam,
Brother Los.
Brother Ron,
And your boy Blackhand.
and we are the Daily Smoke.
Daily
Thank you for
Smoke.
joining
thank
us.
y'all for joining us.
Glad to have y'all with us. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man?
Good, man. We good.
You know, I'm always excited on Wednesdays when we got a guest. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, man.
Absolutely.
I got one more day, and the next day I'll be in Vegas.
Uh-oh.
I'll be back Sunday, but I'm going to Vegas, so CGIF might be a little quick this week. So nigga gotta go to Vegas, so I might just record something right fast for y'all, but still watch.
Look, if we start filming next week and y'all don't see Los on the show, that means he won big.
He's still recovering,
Right,
man.
he's still in recuperation.
Exactly.
I was still trying to figure out how to bring all this money back on this truck. No banks. No banks. I'll just bring it all. Give me my pallet, please.
That's funny, man.
Hey, I bought a lottery ticket the other day. I'm trying
I
to see.
feel that.
I'm trying to see if I can win. You know,
I feel that.
that Powerball is big right now.
$440 million.
Right? I couldn't help it, man. I don't even usually buy tickets, but I was like,
You have
okay,
to.
I got to get one on
feel
this.
I feel
You know,
it.
even if it's just $2, you know.
You have to. You
Hey,
never
man,
know, man.
all I'm
You
gonna say
never
is,
know.
if you win, just remember, I'm your best friend. Don't forget that, all right? We tight, you know what I mean?
I already said,
You know what I mean?
We partners.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I already said if I was to win, trust me, the show's gonna get a huge donation. Trust me.
Put it on the Cash App.
We go
Cash App.
I'm not putting it on Cash App. We putting that straight in the bank.
You know?
So for like a month after that, probably won't see shit. But once we get it all back, we'll be back.
You know
we
what I'm
gotta
saying?
enjoy this for a little bit.
Like,
Right, you know what I'm saying?
We'll be back. Give us about 2 months.
We take a group vacation.
Right.
Go someplace that's COVID free.
But yeah, as he did say, Cash App donations,
Uh-huh.
$, TD Smoke is where we, if you want to support us and donate to us, that's where you send it to. And then again, make sure website www.thedailysmoke.com,
Please
dailysmoke.com,
support us.
and that's where you'll find everything,
Everything?
Everything.
And like our guest today, she's about to have an experience with us. You could also click on that
Absolutely.
and come have an experience with us too. So
Absolutely.
make sure y'all check that out.
Yeah, man, we need more guests to come on the show. We got some exciting guests coming up in the next couple of weeks, so I think you guys are gonna really, really, really love the upcoming shows. So stick with us, and again, if you can support us through the Cash App, like Brother Lowe said, but if you don't, we still gonna be here bringing y'all the
As long as you
best
watch
quality
it.
material we can.
Right.
Yeah, and if you can't donate, hey, look, do us a favor. Hit like,
Right.
hit share,
Right.
and subscribe.
Make sure.
Amen.
Do those three things
Right.
and share it
Right.
with your people. Let
Amen.
them know.
Oh.
Hey, check us out.
You know what? If you just want to sit in here with us while we do the show, be part of the studio audience,
Mhm.
you're welcome to do that too. Again, remember, the People's Podcast is all about you. So
That's right.
come hang out with us. Come have an experience with us.
And we had a guest on the smoke session that just came to hang out with
You know
us.
what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So hey, it can be done. Y'all see that coming up probably next week, I believe, on one of the episodes for the smoke session next week. And if y'all are interested in comic books, TV shows, movies, that's the kind of stuff we talk about on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So be sure and check out the smoke sessions, y'all. Check it
Yeah,
out.
come nerd out with it. Come nerd out with it.
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah,
And
man.
y'all know Friday, we just get stupid.
Oh yeah, leave your feelings at the door.
Right.
Leave your feelings at the door, for
We
real.
about to get canceled up in
For
this.
real.
Yeah.
For
Look,
real.
I heard a joke. And I thought about you, Ron.
Oh Lord. Must be something to deal with midgets.
Of course. So, why did the midget's friends call him? Why did the Mexican midget's friends call him Paragraph?
Wow, man.
Because he was too short to be an essay.
Right.
So,
Right. It ain't that many midgets. It ain't that many, man.
sensitive motherfuckers out there.
It ain't that many, man.
That'll defend
When's
you.
the last time you saw a midget in public?
I ain't never
Case
seen
in
that
point.
in years.
See?
But this is the internet, so it goes all over.
Hey, man, I just can't. As long as you don't touch me,
Like I said, if they come to my door, I'm sending them to y'all's crib.
can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I mean, okay, well, anyway. Yeah, man. Man, so John, what you done caught in the news lately, man? Like things caught your attention,
Oh Jesus!
or just the world in general?
There's been
Whatever.
so much going on, dude. It's like I'm sitting back watching this stuff. Like, okay, we all know about the whole situation with Ukraine, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. But one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that Ukraine is called the breadbasket of Europe.
Oh, really?
They're one of the top grain producers in the world.
Okay.
So is Russia, by the way.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that. So what you're looking at with this conflict going on is a lot of these African countries, Indian, places in the Middle East, a lot of them get their grain and stuff from Ukraine and Russia. So what you're finna start seeing now is food shortages. You finna start seeing a whole bunch of people who can't, just not even possible for them to get food because the place where they get it from right now is under attack. You can't harvest no crops if you're getting bombed, the shit out of you.
Right.
And that's what we're looking at. So now people are starting to finally starting to kind of settle in with folks that this is more than just a war between Ukraine and Russia.
Right.
This is because of who they are and the countries that we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is world affected.
Right.
More than just where the refugees gonna go.
Right.
Which we're not even gonna get into the conversation about how they doing these refugees.
Oh, I wish we would, but
versus,
okay.
versus
I
other
really wish we
refugees.
would. I really wish we could.
Look, that
but
might
okay.
that might be a topic
Okay.
for a whole nother show.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But
Before
when
the
you
war is over.
right when you're looking at a lot of these places in northern Africa and stuff like that, they get a lot of their grain from Ukraine.
Wow.
And now it's gonna be like, okay, what's gonna happen to these people? You're finna have a lot of people die because of this, man.
They gonna get corn from us. Yeah, we got all the corn,
But most of the corn we grow, it's not even food grade corn.
right?
They using it for fuel. And like Biden just released that what did they call it? That E15 gas, where it's made from ethanol, and that ethanol is from corn.
Ain't
Okay.
got that shit in all our gas stations?
Well, normally they do E10, so it's only 10% ethanol. But this gas, the E15, has a higher ethanol content, which means the price will be lower.
Yeah.
But it burns dirtier. So the sacrifice is you're gonna lower the price at the pump. Sure, everybody's gonna be happy about that. Nobody likes paying an arm and a leg for gas, but you literally causing more pollution in order to do that.
See how smart he is. Why you think you're gonna be on the panel that Vanessa's next to me? You know what I mean? Look how smart he is. You know what I mean? Just kicked that shit out, didn't he? He's so smart.
Here you go, man.
He said smart.
Here you go.
And what he means by that is coming up in July, we're gonna be doing a special edition of the TJF. We're gonna be doing a live from a function with one of our guests that was here, Danessa Bowling, and her
Hot Nessa.
what's it called? The Coochie Lucci Wuchie.
What?
bag.
No! No!
Fuji,
Let it go.
Kuji Chagalia, part of that, which is right, which is what is it? Emotional? Is it emotional?
Emotional wellness.
Emotional
man.
wellness.
emotional.
Continue with her reel, so stay tuned for that.
It's
What's up,
killing it.
Gucci? Could be long about shit. Something
I'm
like
sorry, love. It's an inside
He
thing.
said
You had to be there.
He said the hoochie coochie la la la.
Oh my god.
that. It was something like that.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
But yeah, stay tuned for that too, though. So
Yes,
Oh,
man,
this food
yeah.
made me sweat.
Yes. Look at Leah. What's up, Leah? Thank you
What's
for
up,
watching,
Leah?
love. Thank you for watching, Leah.
Oh, we
Hey,
appreciate it. Thank y'all.
we appreciate it so much, man. For real.
always having a good time.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I saw something in the news that caught my attention. I can't go into it as depth as John could, but it really caught my attention, man. I know this is way left field, but that's what I'm into.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot where it was, but some archaeologists have found fragments of the asteroid that hit the Earth that wiped out the dinosaurs.
What?
How they know?
The question. When they carbon dated the fragments along with the fossils that they found, not only were they able to determine that this was with a strong reliability, the asteroid that hits that lines up with 66 million years ago, man, when the asteroid hit and the heat was intensified so fast, so quick, that what just the flash itself, you would burn like shadows into the ground or what have you.
Right.
They was able to determine, hey man, this dinosaur here, if you look at his leg, the leg was severed from the sonic shockwave of when it hit. Because when they showed you the fossil, you saw the fossil of the dinosaur here and you saw his leg over here. And he was like, oh my God.
So literally just kneecapped him and came out.
Exactly. I was like, yes, man, it was a very violent event. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Though. I was looking at they was talking about it and everything. And I was like, man, it was some beautiful science behind it. But yeah, they did carbon date it. What are you about to say?
No, I wasn't say that.
Yes, you are. What are you about to say? What are you about to say?
Listen, I didn't know that thing wasn't there dead, and another.
See, there you go. There you go.
Leg off,
There you go.
pushing it over, and another
There you
enemy
go.
came and took him,
There you
and
go.
that's why the leg was over there. they were eating them up pieces.
There you
There
go.
wasn't shit else to eat. We got
There
to
you
eat.
go,
They
man.
were all gone.
Yeah, man. So Jonathan, they found the asteroid. Okay, man.
See, I knew they knew where the crater was because we found the crater in South America.
Right on.
But I hadn't heard about them finding pieces of
Yeah, man.
Because they say when that thing hit, it literally would have hit so hard and so fast, being as large as it was,
Right.
that it would have caused the ground to turn almost like liquid.
Absolutely.
And it just would have sunk in and then come back up like a wave.
Absolutely.
And I'm
Which
like,
makes
can you
perfect
imagine?
sense. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Can you imagine? You just running around in the jungle, doing your thing, look up in the sky, oh, that's a bright light.
Yeah.
And then boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Could you imagine? You
Here we go.
found it after 65 million years. That shit has been gone dirt. That's another dirt. That shit don't count, man. Y'all just making shit up because y'all got nothing better to do. The way y'all show it hit like over by Cancun in the water. So y'all been underwater digging this shit up? Come on with that bullshit, man. Y'all just be making up
Leave it
shit.
to Los, man.
Y'all be making up shit.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying, man, like if you was able to, the way space-time works, here we go, I know you're going to have some. So the way space-time works, if you was able to go so far out into the universe in a specific trajectory, because of the way light travels, like when you look up in the sky and you see the stars, you do know those stars aren't there.
Right.
That's the light coming to it.
That's how long
From
it
what
takes.
Star Wars. Exactly.
Yeah.
He said, man,
Thousands of years.
if you could take a certain trajectory in a certain direction within the universe, you can actually be far away enough where you can still see the light from the comet coming towards Earth.
Wow.
That's
That's
deep.
crazy.
That's deep.
That's
That's
crazy.
deep. Because the way light travels
Right.
and the way everything is positioned. You
if
know
you
what I
go
mean?
far enough out, but
Yeah.
you'd have to make it out there.
Exactly.
That would be the problem.
See
but,
how it throws time. See how it throws time.
'Cause-
Past, present, future
but
around.
time doesn't work like we think it
Exactly.
works. This is how we perceive time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
what we think is about to happen. What's out there?
Here we go.
We don't know shit about what's out there. We don't know. Just because that shit works here don't mean it works out there.
But we do have best guesses.
That's exactly what
We have a lot of
yeah.
educated motherfuckers who take best
Yeah,
guesses.
We'll say go for that.
I'm the smartest motherfucker in the world because I think this is what happened.
But they can at least back it up with some
With some shit from here.
that sounds good.
That sounds good, but we don't know what the fuck.
So
shit
speaking
does
of
way the
best
fuck
guesses,
out there, man.
Speaking of best guesses, we got a best guess with us.
Right. We do. So we're gonna bring her on. She's here to. It's what was it? An insight, a unique insight. So we're about to have an experience with Rafika Guillory, and it's gonna be a unique insight with.
They go to legs.
Guillory.
You see the legs?
So give it up for Rafika. We'll bring her on.
Absolutely. Come on, baby. Come on. Make it go. Come on, Rafika.
Welcome.
No, we got a clear path for you, no problem.
Absolutely. Go ahead, love. All you.
Let's see.
You good?
Air sign. That's
Yeah,
what's
man. We back?
Oh,
All right.
okay.
What's going on, Rafika? What's happening, love?
Hey, Ron.
Yes, indeed. Right. Exactly.
Thank you guys
That's
for
what you good
having
hand, Bobby.
me here.
Glad to have
This
you
is
on.
what's up. I am so excited. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Enjoyed the intro. And how you doing, Ron?
I'm good, love. I'm good, man. Rafika, if y'all don't know, man, Rafika's one of the ones that, religiously, she supports us week in, week out.
Yeah.
And, she'll actually even send me text, you know, after I'm gonna be honest, all right? 'Cause that's
Okay.
what we do.
That's what we
That's
do.
what we do. Okay,
we
so when
do.
we first started out, she could send me a couple texts. She was like, Ron, I can only take so many niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
man.
I can only
The
take so
15th
many.
one, I was like, I'm
can,
done.
I can only take so many of those words. I'm like, all right, cool. I feel you, whatever. We restructured and I got you.
Like somebody
So
slapping you in the
she
face.
she stuck
We
with
don't
us.
do their things no more.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff.
Right.
She stuck with us, man. She stuck with us. She still supports us, and she likes what she's been seeing, and she's been spreading the word.
I
So
share. I
thank you.
share a
Appreciate
post.
Yes,
that,
you do.
man. Thank
I
Yes,
you
share
you
on
do.
Facebook.
Yes,
For some
you do.
reason, people think I'm special.
Gee,
you
special. You a special guest right now, so you is special right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm glad to have you on, baby.
Well, thank
What's
you.
good with you, man? How you doing?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's been a good day today. I was looking forward to coming. I've been looking forward to this for like 3 weeks. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I get nervous about things, but I stuck with coming, and I'm very proud of myself.
Good job. Good job.
I
Good
couldn't
job.
find a good enough excuse.
Thanks. If we were going to accept it anyway,
Right.
we were going to accept it
Hey,
anyway.
if it makes you feel any better, the first time I came on the show, I was nervous as hell and almost backed out.
Yeah, me too. Me
I
too.
almost backed out.
But when I got the call today, I'm like, man, it's on.
It's
happening.
real. It's
happening.
real.
And you know, I'm glad to be here. And I just want to say this real quick. I would love to be a part of the daily smoke session
That's what's up.
because I
That's
like
what's up.
talking about random things and giving my
That's what's
opinion.
up.
Just let me know
That's
when you
what's
want to
up.
come on.
That's
We
what's
will
up.
gladly have you.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Movies,
I
anime,
told you.
cartoon, whatever. That's
I am in the movies.
We got
About anime.
Not into anime, not much, but anything horror, I got you.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I
We-
love
And
horror.
we can add that.
Then you're gonna be looking forward to one because we got one coming up next week where I'm talking about Anne Rice's vampire series.
Okay,
So yeah, you'll be looking forward
I'm
to
gonna
it. But
prepare myself so I
Next-
can have an
It is.
opinion.
next time, let me know when you want to come on. We'll craft the whole subject just for you.
Love horror movies. Love horror movies.
Okay, cool.
A, B, and C.
We can do
That's
horror
what's up.
movies. Matter of fact, keep that in mind. Be horror movies. We
Horror
doing
Horror
it.
movie, and whenever you're ready to get to it, come on Friday too.
Yeah, I'm a silly
That's
person.
all we do on Fridays.
I'm quite silly.
Yes, she is. I promise. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but Rafika and I, we met because we used to work at a agency here in the greater Houston area.
Is that the organization that shall not be named?
Shall not be named.
Okay.
Shall not
And,
be named.
until they pay a sponsorship.
Right.
And, you know, we from the time that Rafika and I met, we clicked. We was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting story. I don't know if it's going to embarrass or not, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
So we had a team meeting. This is about 8 something in the morning.
Okay.
And, you know, we work with some really silly people, man.
Okay.
So Rafika comes in a little bit late, and they started, I don't know if you remember this or not, they started singing or clapping or something. Rafika starts dancing in the team room,
I don't remember.
breaking it down, dropping to the floor.
I
I'm
did
like,
not
man, it's jump off the chain. Who is this?
dance.
And there it is. And she was all into it, too. I was like, she all right with me. Absolutely, man.
From that point
She
on,
good
you knew
people.
that was good. That was
Like,
cool
she
people.
good people, man.
Yeah.
She good people, man. She good people. And it's for that reason, I'm glad you came on the show, love. I had a chance to learn a lot about you. And one of the things that I found most interesting, I'm being honest with you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
One of the things I found most interesting about you was the job we did, we helped individuals that were classified as having a disability.
Mm-hmm.
What I've been most proud about regarding you is I didn't know that you had and I'm going to say this in quotes, a disability until you told me.
That's interesting.
I did not know.
You weren't paying attention.
True, maybe. Fair
Paying
enough, maybe.
attention.
Fair enough, maybe.
Some of
Tell
us
us
are
about
just
it.
good at hiding.
And with that being said, my name is Rafika, and I do have a disability. I don't like using that word, but that's the standard, I guess you could say. I am visually impaired, okay, and I was born with my visual impairment. And it has been, I have some challenges, but because of my mother and father, I have been able to overcome things that are just unbelievable. And with my visual impairment, these are the things I cannot do. I'm going to start with that.
Okay.
I do not operate anything that has wheels.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I can roller skate.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
If there's walls,
Right. Gotcha.
okay, something that can catch me if I fall.
Duly noted. We
Okay.
have to give you wheels with walls.
No, it was so crazy. I had a friend call me yesterday. They said, "Do you ride bicycles?" I said, "I do not ride anything that have wheels. So no bicycle, no cars.
Okay.
Hence why he had to come pick me up today.
Thank you.
You know, thank
My
goodness
pleasure.
for Uber
My
because I can
pleasure.
get around, do a lot of things.
Right on.
But yeah, I am visually impaired, and what has been challenging for me because I'm stuck in between the sighted and the blind.
Okay.
And I'm saying this for a reason. I have a tendency to live more like a sighted person than a person who may have total blindness.
Okay.
But the honest truth is I need to be more on the other side of
Okay.
living like someone who does not have any sight.
Really?
So because I tend, because I have some sight, I tend to move towards more of the sighted community. And in the blind community, you would hear this, sighted, blind.
Okay.
And because there are some things that are going to be challenges for me, but I still try to work through those challenges. But if I would just do it as a totally blind person would do it, I'd be more successful at doing it, if that makes any sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Now, you say like you're in between. Now, you know how to read Braille?
No. Now, when I was younger, it was standard for anyone that had a visually impairment to learn Braille. I have learned Braille throughout my lifetime.
Okay.
But again, I wanted to be part of the sighted world,
Okay.
so I got away from that. Now, I do use assistive technology, which means, let's just say particularly for my employment, I have special software. My computer talks. It has the biggest words you will ever see. And things have to be things have to be inverted. Okay, so you guys read on black writing with white background. Mine has to be reversed.
So
Really?
Black background with white letters.
Yeah, well, I'm colorblind, so I don't know what colors they are, but let's just say a
Just
dark
really?
background
Yeah. Right on.
with light colored letters.
I got you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so that's how I have to read. So when you look at my computer, because you're not used to seeing that way, it might look a little strange to you, but that's how I have to see it.
Right.
Okay. And in employment, which is challenging for me, let me tell you, I got anxiety that's to the roof. If my boss contacts me about anything, it can be a mistake I made on documentation. It can be why you were late today. It could be just the smallest thing. Because of the difficulty for some disabled people to maintain employment, I'm going to automatically think I'm about to be fired. Like,
Really?
it's just an automatic thought.
Really?
It doesn't happen. But just because of that anxiety related to that,
Right.
oh man, I was obsessed for that for days.
Really?
For days. And in my community, and I hope that my blind community and visually impaired community don't get at me. But I the first question, if I get in contact with anybody that I went to school with, because I did go to a special school and that helped out a lot, by the way. Thank you, Louisiana School for the Visually Impaired.
Amen.
On Government Street, Baton Rouge,
Amen.
Louisiana.
Amen.
The first thing they're going to ask you, are you working? Are you employed? Where are you working? How did you get your job? Because it is very difficult.
Yeah.
Now, I do know totally blind individuals who have employment, but that is a question they're going to ask you because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And just like sometimes I want to switch jobs, but I get that anxiety, like, I don't feel like going through that. You got to explain all of this.
Right.
And to be honest, for this current job that I have, that I've been having for 16 years,
God
thank you.
bless you.
I remember when I got out of grad school, I'm looking for jobs. I'm being honest on my applications. Yes, I have a disability. And I didn't have dreads back then. Okay. I went to this particular company I work for now, and somebody suggested put on a wig, put on some makeup. It's not real makeup. Put on a wig, I put on some makeup. I did not disclose my disability.
Okay.
Called me the next day, they hired me. As soon as I got hired, then I started telling them, this is what I need. I got my assistive technology through the state, and I've been there ever since. Because I was just getting all this clap back, like, well,
Wow.
well, you know,
Right,
so
right.
I had to do what I had to do because I needed to eat.
It happens that way. Even for me, and my disability doesn't really affect my work, but you put it on an application, and a lot of times they glance right over
It's
it.
just like putting a felony.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
really,
Getting ready to say that.
you might as well, you know,
Yeah.
it's the same reaction, and it's not fair, but that's just how society
I
has.
thought it was the opposite. Wow.
Well, and let me tell y'all something. I was born in 1972. The Americans Disabilities Act did not go into effect until 1991. I graduated from high school in 1991, and I remember being a teenager and not ever feeling like I was going to be employable. I went through that.
Yeah.
And I remember now when the Disability Acts passed, they did develop programs for individuals with disabilities, okay? And visual impairment is one of the disabilities that is highly overlooked. When people think of disability, they think of wheelchairs,
Okay.
they think of they think of walking canes,
Okay.
they think of even mental illness
Okay.
is more, you know,
Okay.
acceptable. Visual impairment is so overlooked.
Wow.
Okay. And I remember they had these programs in place, true freaking story, okay, where you had to go to organizations. They had all these organizations popped up. It's giving grants for this and grants for that. So you would go to these places and you would do work, but you would not get paid. And I remember my first program was working at Montgomery Wars. Y'all remember Montgomery
Yes,
Wars?
we do. Yes, we do.
And I worked in the back part where you took the clothes off the hangers and whatever, you put them on in the store, and I had to pretend I was getting a paycheck because I didn't want to be, you know, I didn't want them to know what I was doing. You know what
You
I'm
didn't
saying?
want to be the cherry cake.
I didn't want to be I was to the other employees, and I was pretending to get a paycheck. So you had to like work these 90-day stints, and then they'll be like, oh, well, you know, you look like you could do the job. We're going to hire you. Okay. But I would never make it through any of these programs in 90 days because I was just like too much like my dad. Like, man, I ain't doing this. I'm not doing this. And then another program I did, I was supposed to be doing clerical work, and I remember this lady, I will never forget it. She said, go clean the bathrooms. Okay. I'll do that. She started talking to me crazy. She started talking to me like I was just nothing.
Right.
And I cleaned the bathroom, and I just walked off, and I didn't go back. And what really changed my life, there was a program called, I want to say it was called a Mary Serve, something like that. I wish I could remember it. Like, I think it's called a Mary Serve. And what they were doing, they were hiring people, and you would work a year. They'd pay you minimum wage. But after you were done, you would get a stipend to go to school.
Okay.
First time I did not make it through, and we'll leave that out why.
Fair enough.
So the next year, I tried again. I got through the program, and it was like you do kind of volunteer work, okay? So we rehabbed houses. I tutored kids at school. I got featured in the newspaper. Yes, Park Elementary.
Right.
And after I finished that program, I received the $3,000 and something stipend, and I started college.
God bless.
And I went to Southern University, A&M College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, completed my bachelor's in 2001 of July, and then I moved here to Houston to go to grad school at the University of Houston
Okay.
for my master's in social work. Completed that program, and school is such a safe place, especially if you got a disability, because you can do that.
Yeah.
You know, you can read, you can write, you can complete a homework assignment.
Right,
you know.
right.
Now, while I was in undergrad, I did work with the Disability Services Office as a work study. So I helped other disabled students
Okay.
get through their programs. Okay, taking notes, just different things that help them get the accommodations that they needed. And let me add this, because I have to say this, just in case somebody's watching.
We hope they are.
Hope
Excellent.
you are.
Marcus Martin is on. That's what's up, man. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Do your
What's up,
shout
Marcus?
outs. Do your
Yeah,
shout
yeah,
outs.
yeah. He from Northwest Clinic. Okay,
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I know. I think I heard that.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Hello, Marcus.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. Yeah. I know you do.
So-
I'm sorry.
That's not him you're about to say.
So at Southern University, they did not have any assistive tech. Can you grab my phone for a second? I'm going to show you something. Okay.
That's my phone.
Any phone. It don't even matter. Okay. So Southern University did not have any assistive technology in the libraries for disabled individuals,
Okay.
especially for me. Okay. So I'm at the computer screen.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Bad back. Barely getting my work done. You typing like this, but I was getting it done.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I advocated for them to get some assistive technology, and they did put the Zoom Tech software, the big screen for the computer with the talking in 2 libraries at the school, the main library and the engineering library.
Okay.
And assistive technology, especially programs like Zoom Text and JAWS, is not only for the visually impaired, it also is helpful for individuals who have dyslexia.
Oh,
Okay.
So because they can type their work and they can hear it talking back to them,
cool.
and they can make sure their words are in the order that they should be.
Right.
Okay, so I had to say that. Okay, so school is very comfortable. So once I got out of grad school, the job hunt began. And that's when everything started to, I started having these feelings from how it was back then before I started this process. People like, I got to give you a chance. I don't know if you're going to make it. I don't know if you're going to do good.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's that. So I've been at the same company for 16 years. I always had a love for cooking because my dad was a awesome cook, and he always made us help.
Okay.
And I've always had a fascination for that, and I can cook.
Yes, you can.
So after I finished all that education, I went to culinary art school.
Okay.
Okay. And that is something I wanted to do when I was in my 20s, but I allowed my academia friends. It's not a real job. I mean, what are you going to do? That's not a real degree.
Right.
Don't
Right.
you want to go to a university?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I remember when I went to the culinary art school, they had an old application for me from when I was 20 years old. It was still on the system.
Wow.
She said, "Well, good thing you didn't go there because we wasn't accredited." So
Wow,
good
there
thing-
it is.
And I did that for 2 years, and I was the only visually impaired student they ever had,
Wow.
and it was difficult. My knife skills suck. So all the dicing and the julienne and all that, I never could get it, and I'm like, whatever. We just not gonna know this part.
Right.
Right.
Sous chef.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
It's gonna taste good though when you're done.
we just ain't gonna know this part. We don't know what size and stuff. Because my eyesight, it sees things so different. Like things are, the size is the big thing for me. So I can be looking at something that might look, let's just say for instance, 3x5. I'm just gonna throw out a little bit. It looks like 3x5 to you, but it looks like, I don't know, 1.1x5 to me.
Okay.
So it's smaller. So that's why I never did knife skills. Like we just only thing I can do is make parsley look like dust, and I can mince some garlic. But other than that, so with that being said about the cooking, I do have a small barbecue catering company. I did not, and
This is the part I wanted to hear about.
I did
I
not,
wanted to eat.
and culinary art school did not teach me how to smoke meat. No pun against you guys. And how I got into that, my brother, he passed away 11 years ago, let him rest. And a week before he was supposed to come, a week before he passed, he was supposed to come visit me. And we was going to have a barbecue cook-off.
Okay.
Okay. So when I went home after he passed, I still did it. I went to home.
for you.
Yeah, I bought an old smoky grill at my mom's house. I started barbecuing, and I just kept practicing. And then I barbecued for my dad one time, and he called me. My nickname is Choach, by the way.
It's what?
Choach.
Choach. Okay.
He said, Choach, that chicken was smoked to the bone, girl. And I've been practicing ever since. And 3 or 4 years ago, I stepped out on faith, and I had me a custom smoker built. had no idea how to work an offset cooker.
Oh wow.
And
How real it is.
And
That's
I
it.
taught myself, and now I can light a fire and maintain some tip with pesto.
All right.
You sure to give us your information on that catering business?
I sure will. Can I say it now?
Absolutely.
So anybody who's listening to us and care about what I'm doing, please go to Blowing Smoke Entertainment on Facebook, like my page. I did have a slight break because I was working on purchasing a home, but now I'm back in business and I have my own backyard now.
There it is.
Yay.
I had grills all over Houston. They're collecting them all. They're making it to their home.
Blowing Smoke Entertainment.
Blowing Smoke Entertainment.
You don't
And
have like a web page or anything?
this my Facebook page for right now. I to be honest, I'm not good at watching websites, so we just do it that way for right. That's what I'm comfortable with right now.
No
Oh,
doubt.
that's cool.
And the reason why it's called Blowing Smoke Entertainment because I also have a fascination for karaoke, so I combine the two.
Okay.
So when I come to your house and do a party, I don't do the karaoke.
Just sing and cook to your boy.
I won't be singing and cooking, but I will provide you a DJ will have you singing while I'm cooking.
Okay.
And I will step in and
burgers.
yeah.
Yeah. Look at them ribs. Ooh, them ribs look good.
I ain't gonna try.
Ooh, yeah. So
Yes, man. Yes.
We'll have to remember
Yes.
if we ever have a function where we're gonna have we need some catering, we just give you a call.
yeah, y'all call me, and
Absolutely.
and I will be participating in a fundraiser coming up. I think in the next 4 to 6 weeks with an organization, and they are rehabbing a house. Let me give you the. Can I put that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Just give us that info before you go. That
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have them posted on their page. I don't think I want to say the address right now, but let me just tell you what these brothers are doing. They've been blessed with a house on MLK. I give you the area, and the house is gonna be rehabbed to be turned into a learning center for the youth in the community.
Okay.
And they're going to have a community garden, a couple of classrooms. And the goal is to get the youth in the community to participate in the rehab project, to give them something to do. And I think it's an awesome idea.
yes.
So we're going to be working with them, raising money by providing some food to sell.
Okay.
Okay. So be pulling my pit out in front of the house, and we just going to be divvying out some plates. And some details still need to be worked out, but I'm very excited to participate in that. And mostly excited because this young man has been keeping in contact with me for the past couple of years, on and off, just kind of make sure he didn't forget about me when he get ready to do so. So I was cool with that. Like, that's what's up.
We may have to
And,
sneak up
and
on
this is an MLK? On MLK?
It's gonna be on MLK, and I'm gonna give y'all the.
I'm right up at MLK.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
grew up in South Park, so that's our,
Oh,
that's our
yeah,
stomping
yeah.
grounds. Yeah.
And that's where I currently live.
Right.
Although they trying to change the name to Medical Center South,
Oh,
but I'm gonna call it South Park because that's what it is.
It's
Yeah,
South Park,
yeah.
yeah.
It's South Park all day long. Isn't it interesting how they try to do that?
Well, you know that's one of the steps to gentrification,
Yeah.
but
Mm,
that's a whole nother conversation.
We can have it now.
Number time.
But yeah, because I mean, Bob tell you he still live over there, and they buying up all the old houses,
Yep.
Mhm.
converting, either tearing them down and building new houses, and charging an arm and a leg for the
Right.
same corner you and your mama used
Right.
to live on.
Yeah, and that part, and I'm gonna say when I was looking for a home, I really wanted to live in an established, predominantly black neighborhood. These investors are coming through.
Mhm.
They buying multiple houses at a time.
Yep.
They are, like you say, renovating or tearing them down, and they are raising the prices.
Right.
As the prices go up, taxes go up, and that's how they running you out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I got two homes that were built on mine. One was just recent, one was like 2 years ago. But talking to one of the neighbors, my new neighbors, they said, "Oh yeah, well, I paid what $200,000, $250,000 for the property. It was from ground up." I'm like, okay.
Have you lost your mind?
Yeah,
In South Park.
in South Park.
It is in
I
South
can
Park.
actually look out my door and see that the two new homes right there, and they buying up property left and right.
Wow.
I'm getting nothing but calls. Let me buy your house. Let me buy your house. Let me buy your house.
Wow.
Better not sell, Bobby.
I say don't sell. Now, this is my first home, and I do have a brand new construction in the neighborhood. And what led up to the brand new construction versus what I wanted to do is just I couldn't afford it. It was just too much money. And then with the renovations that needed to be done, that was something else I could not afford. Because I am not a, what they call them people?
Handyman.
Do it yourself. DIY.
DIYs.
Do it
Yeah,
yourself. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not that person.
Yeah.
You know, DIY for me means hiring a contractor. So, and I just didn't have the funds for that. So economically, that's what I ended up doing. But I do like knowing that I'm around people that look like me.
Right.
But
A little bit anyway.
a little bit, but I just want to encourage folks, man, look, you know, they try to, and see, you have to understand, and they also, like, they keep saying, oh, it's not the right time to buy a house, the interest rate, the cost of the homes. If you can afford to get a house right now, make a move and make it happen.
Yeah.
If you can afford to pay the note,
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah, because it's only going to get more expensive.
It's going to get more
going forward.
expensive, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to wait. And then also, I don't know how we got on this, but we on it. Also, the concept of having your dream home. And they will advertise that too. Don't worry about your dream home. Think about an investment at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you can afford a 1-bedroom condo, that's what the heck you buy.
Right.
Just
Like Bernie says, buy
By
land.
land.
buy land.
Yeah.
He got people calling him. He said out in
Yeah.
Cali about a house he got, I guess, here.
Here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buy land.
Just buy the land.
Because the land you can build at any time.
Yeah.
And you
Exactly.
Can, you know, buy land. And
Exactly.
you can do whatever. And then in Texas, you can do what you want. There ain't no zoning laws out here.
Right. Right. Right.
But that's how they kept us from building wealth, is because for the longest they kept us from being able to buy land,
That's
being
true.
able to own property. You know, we could have apartments, rent houses, and all this kind of stuff. But as far as actually being able to own homes, it was damn near impossible
Yes.
for us to be able to get loans and things like that because of redlining and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
So it's like now you have this wave of us coming along who's really being able to afford, really being able to buy and hold on to houses.
Right.
And that, I think, in the long term is going to make a big difference for black folks when it comes to the next maybe 15, 20 years or so,
Right, right.
when you start seeing some of these properties mature.
Right.
And like people like yourself who bought now, and then 20 years down the road, when you get ready to sell that house, or 10 years down the road, when you get to sell that house, you're going to make a killing.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm looking at 5, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily. And I don't even know if I want to sell because I'm looking at it as an investment.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so there's so many, you know, you can lease it, you can Airbnb it,
Right.
you know, just the possibilities, you know, it just depends on how it
There's a
feels.
lot of things you can
You
do.
know,
But
and-
once it's yours,
It's yours.
you have those options.
And then people say, you know, oh, it don't belong to you, it belongs to the bank. Well, whatever, get over that too.
Burley Field said South Park was built for Korean War veterans. Very interesting. Isn't that why they call it Macaulay? If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I didn't know
might
that.
be.
I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about
Yeah,
South
but-
Park.
yeah, I
Like
think
I
that's what
have no history.
I was going to say, though, that explains a lot because
Yeah.
my dad was a Korean War vet. So,
Was
yeah.
he?
That,
Yeah.
Wow.
In that time in the 50s, in houses around from the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. A lot of sense. Interesting.
Yeah,
Thank you, Bernie, for educating us.
Absolutely.
you're so smart, like they say.
Corporal Fields.
Me?
Your hair has knowledge.
Oh, yes.
Your hair is knowledge.
Yeah, he threw it back.
Yeah, I used to have dreads. You know, had dreads for 20
He
years.
sure did. They were long
Yeah,
too. That's how we met. So we met.
Alopecia got the best of it, though. I had to go and let it go.
But hey, you rocking the ball.
I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
Rocking the ball
I
head.
love it, boy. Boy,
Exactly.
I love it, boy. I
Just
tell
don't tell it to Jada.
Yeah, we don't.
We
We
had
don't.
that conversation.
My wife's name.
Oh, Will.
See what Bernie said, that the street names are named after battles.
The
Oh,
name after
yeah.
what?
So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
The name
Really?
after what?
Battles on the Korean War.
I did.
so like you
see.
said, that's
That
Macaulay.
makes sense to me.
Wow,
makes sense
that's
to me.
interesting.
I didn't even know that. And I grew up in South Park. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that. Yeah. That's
so,
funny.
And this
show was white, white
It sure did.
I
You're
did
right
not know
back.
that. See, I knew no history. I knew no history of the neighborhood. I'm gonna be. I had no history. Don't know nothing about South Park. Nothing. I was living on Westheimer before I came to this area. Came to South Park. I am having a bit of shock, but only because not a culture. I'm not gonna say culture shock because that's not what it is. Only because I can't walk across the street to the store no more.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that.
I can't go to the bar and get a
I
Guinness.
feel
Right,
that.
right.
From
I
the tap.
feel that.
No
I feel
more.
that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
No, not
On
walking.
West
No,
Time,
sir.
I feel
Yeah.
that. I feel
And I'm
that.
at the end
Yeah.
of the bus line.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
She's right across the street from Sterling.
At the end.
Damn.
Direct-
Okay,
Okay.
you deep in the heart of South
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let's just say planes, trains, and the occasional pop pop.
Yeah. Right.
Go to sleep. Pop, pop.
Man, look, if I don't hear it, I'm
It's not
like,
like they pop.
what's going on tonight? They quiet. They quiet.
Be quiet.
They quiet tonight. Something wrong.
Something wrong. Something wrong.
Something wrong. You know. Yeah, but it gives me a little nostalgia. You know, I grew up in Scotlandville or Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's where I was raised. It was kind of like what you would call what Third Ward was at one time, from what I hear. Because I'm not from Houston. I've been here 20 years, but I hear a lot about how Third Ward was its own little, almost like an independent city.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so Scotlandville was kind of like that. And, you know, Southern University sits right in the middle of it.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where I grew up at. You know, so it's kind of like the same.
So how do you like Houston comparing it to Baton Rouge?
Absolutely, Marcus.
Well, I actually, it's no place like home.
Of course.
Like they say on TV, that is true. But for me, and going back to my disability, I just get more work out here.
Right.
It'd be very difficult for me to have a job out there, especially in my field. It requires driving. And my mom, when we were younger, she used to drive, because I went to the visually impaired school, so a lot of the teachers were visually impaired themselves. And my mom would help with driving, grocery, and things like that in the visually impaired community. And out of everybody she would drive, maybe a few of them was employed. And I remember one lady, she had a master's degree and was not employed, you know. But I knew one lady, she was the first totally blind person to be hired into the school system in East Baton Rouge. She was a special ed teacher. She had to fight to get that job.
Yeah.
Like literally fight.
Wow.
You know, so, but most of the people who were visually impaired, they worked at the visually impaired school.
Rafika, you being from Baton Rouge, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Marcus Martin this years ago. I asked Kevin Jackson this years ago. I want to hear your opinion on it. Is it true that Popeyes tastes different in New Orleans than it does
Yes,
here?
it does.
Are you serious?
Yes, it does.
How so, man?
It tastes like,
How so?
it tastes different. Popeyes out here is like like my daddy used to say,
What?
commercial food.
What? What? What?
Really?
I have
Yeah.
heard that.
Popeyes, I'm not from New Orleans.
No doubt, no
But
doubt.
when you go to New Orleans, next time y'all go to New Orleans, go to a Popeyes.
Really?
It's seasoned different.
Really?
The chicken is moist. It's like somebody killed the chicken in the back of the kitchen.
And in New Orleans, they might have just killed it in the back of the kitchen.
It's really
Burley
really
say
different.
it's different. Really?
It's different. See, these are franchises. I don't even know where Popeye started, to be honest. Don't make me lie on that part,
Right
but I
on.
know it tastes different in New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah.
Daddy's Pizza. I think that is not. That's just the name. I
Wow.
grew up with Daddy's Pizza, and when I was growing up, that was the best pizza I ever freaking had.
And where that's from? Where's Gaddy's from?
Daddy's. I don't know exactly where it's from, but I just remember growing up and going with mom, going to the grocery store because it was right there on the corner.
But they franchise, yeah. So
Yeah.
ain't nobody Italian working in the kitchen. It's
At
just
all.
it's just a name, yeah.
Just like Frenchies. Let's talk about the fried chicken.
Okay.
Just like Frenchies. Now, do y'all go to the other Frenchies, or do y'all take the time to travel to Third Ward?
Oh, I've made the trip to Third Ward
Yeah,
quite a few times.
it's different.
Right.
Canes. Okay, you know Canes is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I didn't know that.
I remember.
That's from the LSU.
Yeah, man, I remember.
Students.
I remember going to Man, look, I thought I had made it. You know, okay,
Right.
when you on a date and they take you to Canes.
Oh
Wow,
It wasn't no dollar menus at Canes.
What?
You know, and I remember it was right by LSU campus.
Okay.
It tastes different out there, but I like Canes here too. 'Cause I just love Canes. I like that remoulade sauce you dip the chicken in. But if you go to Baton Rouge by the LSU campus, and the lemonade that they sell, it was seasonal in Baton Rouge.
Whoa.
You didn't get that year round.
So that was real lemonade.
It was real lemonade.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's real now because y'all.
I mean, yeah, of
famous.
course things change.
Yeah, I had
It's
heard that
changed.
it was started for the schools for them to get a couple pieces of chicken, some fries, and something to drink, not to they thought about those.
Los, we can do Joyce's chicken. What's up, man?
That's what I'm saying.
You
You know,
know,
On MLK and color,
We
nigga.
can do it.
Let's do it.
We can do it.
Now, what about the hamburger place on MLK that closes at 7? I can never catch open.
You talking about Burger Bar?
Bar.
Oh yeah.
Man, I want
Hey,
a
baby.
hamburger.
Hey, baby, it gets no better.
Man, I went there one
It
night
gets no
like, I
better.
said, they must not be open on Tuesdays. But I called, they close at 7. I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what it
man.
is.
Burger closed before the show.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah,
everything
man.
closed early over there. Everything, like 9 o'clock, and that's something else I had to get used to.
Yeah, because
Like,
where they at?
I know.
You know what I
It's
mean?
heartbreaking.
They
sometimes.
still dealing with the trauma of 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Because where we at now, it wasn't as civil as it used to be, love.
No.
Being very real.
I know. Think in the 80s.
Timmy Chan stayed open though.
Well, you already, man. Timmy Chan's.
It ain't the same.
I went to Timmy Chan's. Me and my son went there. He's about 11 years old at the time, and I ain't been back. We was not impressed. I have never seen chicken wings so big in my life, and
I
I
feel that.
refuse.
What year you went? Roughly, just.
Okay, my son is 31,
Okay.
so he was 11 then.
Okay.
Over
okay.
there by Kashmir in that area.
Okay, you missed the heyday, baby. If you're gonna like Timmy Chan's, if you're gonna have a real Timmy Chan's, you'd have to go to the one off of St. Lo. It's like right up the street from where Brotherhood lived.
MLK, same.
Yeah, and like you was getting 6 wings, maybe 8, some rice and gravy for about $3.75.
No, it was like $2.75 back in the day.
Okay, you
It's
know,
$2.75
so and it was
back when we was
good,
in
it
school.
was fresh. But now that they started franchise and all that kind of stuff, it's not the same no more.
Nah,
So
nah.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't.
not the same.
Them chicken wings were a little big for me.
Yeah,
The
I feel like
the minute you start making a business well, I won't say making a business profit, but you lose some of the soul of the business once you start selling it off.
yeah.
You know, and whatever it was that made Timmy Chan's good at that original spot,
Right.
everybody's not going to be able to recreate
Right.
that when
They
you
lost
open up
it.
a new location.
That's right.
And it's just not the same. And then of course the people even at the original have
Right.
changed.
Right.
So that one is not, well, the original ain't even there no more.
Right.
They moved it closer to the freeway.
MLK on 610, right?
Yeah, it's right there by the
Yeah.
freeway now. But even that's not the same no more because it's not the same people really running it.
Now, if you want that original taste,
So,
no sir. I know Bird say you went off Color. I stayed down Color. No sir. Not the one on MLK and 16. No sir.
oh, I know you talking
Which one?
about. Maine. Yeah,
You
Maine.
see, I've only been to that one twice, and I will say that was the closest I've had to the
Man.
original Chimichan's
Maine is 16.
since the original Chimichan's.
You know what?
I have. It's been 20 years since I visited that place.
Baby. Go to the one off of Maine.
I ain't never visited that.
You, okay.
Good for you.
Reggie say, bro, you know why it tastes good, huh?
Mhm.
I was like, why it tastes good, Reggie? He was like, the machines are new. I was like, what?
Jeez.
The machines are new. I said,
But
what?
you gotta think too, though, how all food tastes different than what it did when I grew up in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
Who
because
made the
now,
change?
yeah, they all conscious about
True.
heart attacks and
True.
cholesterol, and we
True.
can't put salt and seasoning
True.
on nothing. And
True.
I don't read labels.
True.
I'm one of those people. I don't read labels,
I don't
and
measure either.
True.
no, I do measure.
I don't measure.
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm cooking. I will measure something.
If I'm baking, I'm measuring. But if I'm cooking,
Yeah, baking is a science. You
It-
have to measure.
right. If I'm
Oh.
cooking, no, it's till the ancestors tell me to stop.
You have to measure bacon. Bacon is
Yeah.
truly a science.
Really?
Yeah, my mom went to school for it, and she was like, "Oh, something for this that's almost like a science.
It is.
Really?
I can't take what she
Bacon is chemistry. Don't get it twisted.
Really?
That's
It
chemistry. And if you get the proportions of whatever you mix it in
Right.
off wrong,
It's not gonna work.
my daughter tried to make cinnamon rolls the other day, and she was pushing her dough to try to see how much butter it could hold. Now, my daughter, my baby bakes for fun, so she was trying to see how much butter the dough could take. And by the time she got done, she couldn't even make cinnamon rolls.
Wow.
She wound up making it into a cake. And when I'm telling you, when that cake was so dense
Yeah.
in the middle, oh,
Yeah.
she was good.
But it
But
wasn't,
it was still flavored like a cinnamon roll, and she glazed it like a cinnamon roll.
it wasn't
Right.
a cinnamon
It
roll.
was not a cinnamon roll, but oh my God, that was some of the best cake I've ever had. And with my cup of coffee that Sunday morning, ooh, you couldn't tell me nothing.
I feel that.
Shit.
Hey man.
Y'all know Amy Cakes.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
there
Amy
on
can make some
Cullen
good
and,
cakes.
at Calorie Creek.
Next to Joyce's chicken.
No, it's on Cullen and
Where's
Calorie
Joyce's
Creek.
That's
chicken?
color in the sky.
Joyce's chicken.
It's right there on Cullen and MLK, across the street from the South Park Tabernacle Catholic Iglesia Synagogue Julio Baptist Church.
That's the name of it. That's the name of the whole church.
Across the street from it, yeah.
That's the name on the building.
Yeah, that's the name of it. Go all the way around the building, the name. Choices.
And look, I'm glad you said it because as much as they want to, what you call it,
Gentrification,
You
yeah.
said one thing they cannot take from a brown neighborhood. I could walk down the street to 3 churches.
Right. Right.
Like
Right.
1, 2,
Right.
You gonna throw a rock and hit one or two things, a church or a liquor store.
Right.
Gonna be the two things you're gonna
Right.
hit no matter what. If you in
As
the
long
black
as there's still
neighborhood.
brown people up in here, we got to have a church and a liquor store.
Yeah, we need savior. We need some.
I got to ask a
forgiveness and
question,
salvation.
baby. I got to ask a serious question while we're online.
You talking to me or?
Yes, you.
Okay, go
Ain't
ahead.
nobody tell no baby nothing. Okay, yeah. So how you enjoy yourself? How'd you like it?
How do I what?
How'd you like it?
Like,
Coming on
How you like it?
Yeah.
oh, this is so fun.
This is great. Right?
I got to be myself. I am very comfortable.
Good.
Cool. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. And I didn't break a sweat, so that's good because I'm a sweater. So this is cool. I like it. I want to come back.
No,
You walk in
You want to
there.
finish it now?
Anytime.
Want to
I
come
want to
back?
come back. This is real cool.
You
And
know, yeah.
We're gonna do an episode about horror movies just for
What
you.
you said there, the best part of what you said there is what I got to be myself.
I got to
Exactly.
be myself.
That's what we
Exactly.
want. You don't have to wear no mask. You be you. That's what we want.
Exactly.
We're
Exactly.
not trying to do anything, talk bad about. We just want to hear your story and be you. That's all we ask for. That's
Yeah.
it. Truthful, and we ain't got nothing to lie or.
I got a lot of stories, man. I got a lot of stories. I got so many. They just all up here waiting to be.
Well then, hey. Let's see where you could.
You done made the perfect friend.
Got a lot of
Thank you
stories.
so much. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, man. We got to sign off, but I mean this. I've known you for a long time. You know I love you.
I love you too, Ron.
Thank you so much for coming on with us. I'm so glad you enjoyed this stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having
Can
me.
you remind our viewers of the fundraiser that you have? Well, the organization you're going to be cooking for that's coming up.
Okay, let me and forgive me. No, because I have to read it. So sorry. Forgive me.
Oh
Thank
wait,
you.
somebody talking. Toya Stringer.
Hey, Toy.
Who said she definitely in her element around some handsome young black men.
Girl from college.
Thanks, Toy.
Oh, thank you, Toy. I message her.
Oh, wow. Very
Thank
cool.
you, Toya. Yeah,
Thank
I'm in my element, child. I love the boys. She ain't lying.
And Toya, I just have to thank you because we are far cry from young, but we appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
I love the boys.
Take it how we can get it.
So,
Take it how we can get it.
I would do this real quick. So the organization's called Black Gold Nation. It's a brother named Tamani, and he is really focused on improving the progress of the African American community, economics, making ourselves responsible for ourselves, having our own things, and making it happen. And I will be participating in a fundraiser. I will send the address to the producers of the show for a rehab project on MLK. Gonna keep you posted. Y'all can come out and buy some food and help us get this
Absolutely.
money. Okay. And also take your time to go to my Facebook business page, Blowing Smoke Entertainment. Sometimes I post videos. I'm trying to get consistent, working on it.
Yeah.
And y'all just come check me out. And thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you
was
for joining
awesome.
us. Thank you. I told you would enjoy it.
I love it, man.
I told you.
I was like, damn, do I need to go home? Yeah.
No, no, not at all.
Do a session that we're going to record one. You know anything about Rick and Morty?
No.
Okay.
Well, you
Don't do Rick
well, you
and
sit
Morty.
back there and get drunk
But
with
you
me.
can shut up, sit back, and enjoy. You know, hey, you don't have to go. Whoop, then always go.
And anybody that's watching the show who knows of a karaoke that I can go to in this area, please. I'm desperate for a Friday night.
There it is.
Say that out loud.
There it is. Hey, everybody. Thank you all so much. Visitors, first time, thank you so much. We hope you come back and, enjoy yourself and watch future shows. We want to thank Rafika Guillory for coming on and being with us this evening. God bless you. We love you so much. You're welcome here anytime. As usual, the normal host, Brother
Jam.
Brother Los.
Brother Backhand.
I'm Brother Ron. I have to remember. I'm Brother Ron, and we are out with Daily Smoke. God bless y'all. Thank you so much.
Peace. Weed time.
Oh, there's a Guillory.